Okay, question 4. The context here is 2 dice, 1 red, 1 blue. R for red, blue, B for blue. Both tetrahedrons, so that's to say they have 4 triangular sides, so 4-sided dice, and the values on them are 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So tetrahedron is a bit like a cube but with triangles, so every side has an equal chance of happening. So there's 4 sides, and each side has a probability of a quarter of occurring. So probability that red equals 3 is a quarter, because that's one of the 4 sides, and so multiply probability that blue equals 0, so that's one of the 4 sides again, that's a quarter again. Okay, so you've got a quarter times a quarter is 1/16. Okay, in question 4b, we've been told that the random variable t is equal to the variable r times the variable b. And we're simply asked to complete the sample space, that is to say all the possible outcomes for t. And that's all we need to do is multiply the b, which is the number in the vertical column there, by r, which is the number in the bottom row there. 2 have been done for us, so 1 times 0 is 0, 2 times 1 is 2. All we need to do is complete the table by doing lots of multiplication. So 0 times 3 is 0. In fact, anything times 0 is 0. So that whole column is going to be 0. And in fact, this whole row is going to be 0, because 0 times 1, 0, 0 times 2, 0, etc. Okay, 1 times anything is itself. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 is 3. And similarly here, 1 times 3 is 3. This we've got 2 times 2, which is 4, 2 times 3, which is 6 there, 2 times 3 there, which is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, in the last part of this question, question 4c, we have been asked basically to find out probability that t equals 0, t equals 1, t equals 4, and t equals 9. And they are the values of a, b, c, and d in the table given in the question. Probability that t equals 0 is our value a. Now, in the sample space we did in part b, these are all the possible outcomes given the different rolls of the dice. Now, all the possible outcomes, and the same outcome is repeated many times, as you can see. So that tells us that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 possible outcomes altogether. Okay, if we're looking for the probability that t equals 0, then how many are there 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them are 0, 16 altogether, so we have 7 out of 16. Simple as that. Next one was little b, which was probability that t equals 1. So how many 1s occur here? Well, it only occurs there, so it just occurs once out of the 16, which is the next one, c, which is probability that t equals 4. How many times 4 occur? Just the ones there, so 1 out of 16. And finally, d is 9. And again, 9 occurs only once. Done.